Let's take a look at these Eagle Creek packing cubes and see what they're all about. Let's unbox them together and then see if they're any good. These are the compression sack set, the medium and the large from Eagle Creek. So this is the picture. You can kind of see like you can stuff and compress things in here, which is what I am interested in testing. It's bigger than I thought it was going to be, which is pretty interesting. So you can actually set like much larger items in here. So I was expecting these to be more like packing cubes, but these are actually more like storage items. So I guess this is the medium size, which doesn't fit in my overhead frame here. And this is the large size. So wow, you can actually fit a ton of items in here. Let me load these in and then compress them, and then I'll see how much space I can save using them. I have the medium compression sack, and let me load everything in, see how it all fits. Here's the before I roll it up and take all the air out of it. So, you can expect 2 size medium sweatshirts to take up a good amount of space in your bag, backpack, or suitcase. I was really not expecting this to work so well, but I'm pretty impressed with how effortlessly it was able to get all the air out of these 2 sweatshirts that I put in this medium sized cube. So a couple tips. First, make sure that you leave enough room on your whatever you're putting in so that there's enough room and air gap for the air to escape from these exit vents. And the first time I started rolling, I had to do a little bit of force to make sure that air was leaving the actual compression sack itself. And then, yeah, once you get all the air out, it does a great job of keeping all the air from coming back in. It's pretty much compressed and ready to go, ready to pack away. I have 3 jackets here, and I'm going to put them into the large cube so that you can get a better idea of what it looks like for bigger, bulkier items. This is loaded up, and now I'm ready to start folding. One thing I noticed is this yellow clip actually popped off for some reason, but it's really easy to slide it back on. Make sure that your zipper is open and fully open as much as you can, and then you can easily slide the yellow part right here, and then you can start closing it again. Here's another look at the size. So with 3 coats here, these are size small, size medium. It takes up a lot of space, so if you're packing this in a bag, this is gonna be pretty significant. Let's roll it up and see how much space we saved. Where did it go? Okay, this is pretty cool. Now I have my 2 compressed items. So I have 3 coats here and 2 sweatshirts here. There are 2 reasons why I think that these compression sacks can come in handy in a couple different situations. First, let's say that you are in a warm season and you want to stash away all your cold weather gear. Let's say you have snow pants, ski gear, maybe you even have comforters or blankets around the house. You have pillows, you have bulkier coats, but you have no closet space. You need a good place to stash these away. You can easily compress a lot of your items that you want to stash away and save for later seasons. Slide them under your bed, put them in a bin, do whatever you want. So they're compressed, but they're also protected. So if you're putting this in an environment that's like a garage where you might not want to have clothes stored, these are sealed. So nothing is going to get to your clothes. And then when it's a climate when you want to grab them again, good to go. The other time when I think that these are really useful is if you're traveling. Let's say you're going from a warm climate to a cold climate, but you don't want to have to pack all your bulky coats and sweatshirts and things like that. Let's say you don't want to necessarily accommodate that amount of space in your suitcase for those things. You could pack them like this. When you get to your destination, you could unpack them. And then when you're ready to go back to the warm climate, pack them again. So you don't necessarily have to accommodate for having so much space in your suitcase dedicated for cold weather items that are bulky and take up a ton of space. You could easily compress them, which is the best thing in the world. So anyway, hope you found this quick walkthrough, hands-on review of the Eagle Creek compression sacks helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.